you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60, and we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year of the NFL now.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. We harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Stidham now off the bootleg. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 2 yards to go on third down. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Look, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Ready?
They run here with Rico Dowdle. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good,
and they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Second down and goal.
They run here with Dowdle. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Rico Dowdle, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Broncos nothing.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Denver getting set to take the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Stidham. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Stidham, 3rd down from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Broncos first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat. Has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
19, Tiger, 19.
Here's Stidham. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Panther first down.
On the run, it's Dowdle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Young to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Stidham.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Jarrett Stidham sacked. A loss of a yard. It's 3rd down. 3rd and
now it's Stidham. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's taken in at the 9. So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First down, Panthers.
Young will set to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And fighting down inside the 25. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Young off the play fake. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Stidham to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now it's Stidham. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This time, Stidham will throw. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Stidham from the shotgun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 122 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
Now Young. To the left side, he's got McMillan. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3rd down and 6. To throw, Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Stidham. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Stidham. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Come on, hut.
On play action, Young. That is caught. McMillan with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
4-yard gain on the play. First down,
There,
Panthers.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now here's Young.
Broncos 21-yard line.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Broncos 3.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago is starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Stidham. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Young now after the fumble recovery. This is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jalen Coker from 17 yards out. And the Panthers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go, set.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll throw it with Stidham. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run again with Dowdle. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
Commissioner Roger Goodell ready to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Carolina Panthers. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.